Welcome to the Made in Sheffield Awards. Well, thanks very much to the pupils of Westfield School for starting tonight's video off. Skills is the theme for the awards this year, or rather the lack of skills in many cases. 64% of UK engineering employers say it's a major problem and a threat to their business. But as you're about to find out, through people like this, a lot is going on in the Sheffield City region. Mayflower Engineering is a fascinating example of how companies are diversifying but also have the challenge from skills. We've got Kevin here, who's the MD, and also Joe, who's joined on the marketing front, because you need to sell the stuff these days. Kevin, first of all, skills, finding the skills, shortage of skills, a challenge for manufacturing.
A massive challenge for Mayflower. It has been for the last 5 years, and we're finding that due to our skill levels, what we require, from design all the way through to installation, it's a massive challenge to find these people. And what we've found the best way is to bring people, competent people on our books, and then we retrain them to the skills that we need.
So I'm on an enhanced mentored internship with Sheffield Hallam University, and that gives me the opportunity to learn, hone my business skills, but it also gives me quite a lot of responsibility and an opportunity to actually make a big difference.
The need to replace the skills in our organisation and others, many in the Sheffield City region where we have an ageing workforce, is vitally important. We've got to transfer those skills while we've still got the staff here that have the skills who can transfer them to young people.
Because it's so hands-on, going from one product to a finished product, it's so satisfying knowing that something like what we do here, something's come in and it looks so bad and it can leave out that door looking like a brand new tool. It's so satisfying knowing that you can achieve that.
I'm at Evernorth now. They produce at the very high end of engineering and manufacturing. Now, AMRC provide a grounding for apprentices that come to you. How important is that to you, really?
It's extremely important to us as a company. We are quite a small, relatively company. We're only about 60 employees, but we try at any one time to have 15% of our workforce through the apprenticeship scheme through AMRC. And it's a great resource for us to use. All our apprentices spend the first 6 months at the AMRC learning the basic skills of health and safety, engineering fundamentals, that then they can bring to our factory and then put into practice.
What's happened at AMRC is groundbreaking. And if I was starting now, I'd probably be an apprentice. It's such a great advert for engineering. So I think we're leading the path there. Once we get beyond that, I think there is a bit of a gap. The engagement with universities could be better. We send our people to Cranfield University for management training rather than locally. So I think there is maybe an opportunity further up the food chain in terms of training.
Starting at the AMRC meant that I could gain hands-on skills in an amazing environment. I mean, it was a brand new workshop, brand new machines, brand new equipment, and it was just a really good setup. Trainers were brilliant, and just basically to get a first view of engineering before I go into the real world.
We've spent a lot of time recruiting and developing to ensure that we have the best people in the best roles within the business. It gives a number of advantages. One, not only for the business, but two, it attracts individuals and ensures that you're engendering a group of people who want to develop and grow.
You need to understand the process of making a spoon and a knife and a fork.
Time now to go back to Westfield School and to see how industry is doing its own thing when it comes to attracting youngsters to manufacturing and engineering. In the Sheffield region, the private sector is doing exactly that. 6 years ago, the charity Workwise was set up by the Cutlass Company, made in Sheffield, to try to educate young people and teach them the technical and employability skills they'll need.
You talk about engineering and manufacturing in Sheffield and people will point to the obvious traditional industry, the Sheffield Forge Masters of the city, fantastic successful companies, but that's all they see. So they don't really know what else is out there. And we've got some fantastic, whether it's in medical, sports, science. We've got some fantastic industries in the city region.
It's almost time to learn who is getting the gongs tonight. I thought I'd finish where we started, with the pupils of Westfield School. Will they be the engineers, the industrialists, and maybe the bosses of the future? Who knows, but let's hope so.
I love engineering, and I think that I really do want to go into an engineering firm and do some engineering myself when I'm older. There's not many females in engineering, and I think that's mainly because of what they think engineering really is and their principle on engineering. Because engineering isn't just working on the shop floor, it's a load of different jobs. There's so many jobs to do with engineering.
And many of those jobs have been created by the past winners of the Made in Sheffield Awards. Who will win this year? Well, we're just about to find out. But one thing's for certain, the skills those companies require are helping to provide opportunities for the next generation in the Sheffield City region.
I think that there's a huge opportunity for young people within this industry because it's a very highly skilled industry that demands people with high skills, yet there is this skills shortage.
There's some fabulous things happening in engineering in this city, and certainly in UK PLC, where we have a tremendous opportunity to make ourselves a great manufacturing nation again, and actually, be the nation that make things.
I still think that being an engineer is a profession. I think it's becoming sexy again. I mean, for the last 10-15 years, it's gone off the radar, but the quality of people we're seeing coming in to us from schools and from universities now is probably the best I've seen. And in Sheffield, to carry the Made in Sheffield brand, going back centuries, it means something. It's almost a responsibility to do the job well for the sake of our ancestors, really. It's our job to keep it going.